What is going on, everybody? Just the Savage here, and welcome back to another Terraria Top 5 video. And today, we are going to be taking a look at a Top 5 Don'ts building version. And in this episode, you are going to hear me count down my top 5 things that you shouldn't do when building your base, or when you're just building something in general. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, the first thing that you don't want to do when building a base is that you don't want to do it in an area where a lot of creatures and enemies spawn, such as the Hollow, the Crimson, the Corruption, the Underworld, the Dungeon, places like that. Because the enemies can get in your way while you're building, like you're seeing here, and they do have the potential of actually killing you. So you need to be very careful if you do want to build in the Hollow, Crimson, Corruption, Dungeon, any one of those places. You need to be very careful, because not only will the enemies get annoying, but it will also slow down your progression on your base, whatever base you're trying to build. So yeah, that's why you should never build in places like this. The next thing you should never do when building a base is do not build a base that is too hard to traverse. So do not have like a room up here that has a door that just has you falling down, especially at nighttime if you have like enemies down here and they're trying to get to you. Don't do that. Plus, don't build rooms that you cannot get to easily. Always build rooms that have interconnecting doors, or platforms. Just build a base that doesn't require you to do a lot of jumping around or even teleporting, because you're going to regret it. Up next, if you are a person that loves building in the sky, then please try and be very careful, because building in the sky usually means that you're going to have a high possibility of falling and possibly bringing your character to his death every single time. Do not build up in the sky unless you have a really good idea of what you're going to build. And also, if you do not build in the sky if you do not have anything that you can use to get back up to your sky base, because in my sky temple, if I didn't have this web rope right here, or if I didn't have these wings, I would not be able to come back up here and make this my official base. So that's why you should never build in the sky. Up next on our list, do not build a base that is too small for you to manage. Do not build a base that is too small for you to build anything inside of it. I know that this is a great exaggeration, but at the same time my point still stands. If you are one of those people that likes living in small bases where you can barely do anything, then please just skip forward to the next thing I have to say. But please, 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 don't build bases that are too small for you. You'll regret it later, you won't be able to put anything inside of them, and you're just going to be wondering, why am I such a dunce? And finally, one more thing, and I implore you not to do this. Do not build a base that is too big for you to manage. If your base is way too big for you to manage, you're just going to be sitting there in your chair scratching your head thinking, what am I going to do with all this space? The reason why I could get away with it with my sky temple was because I knew what kind of rooms I was going to build. I knew what every single room was going to be. I knew that a lot of the rooms were going to be residential rooms, and plus it's a decent size. I mean, it's not an overly sized base at all. So yeah, so that's my advice to you for the ¡1 spot. Do not build a base that is too big for you to withstand, for you to manage, because you're just going to have so much space that you're going to end up not using anyway. So it's better that you just keep the base size decent, and also try not to be overly like extravagant with your build as well. I mean, if you're the only person who's going to be playing on your world, you don't have to like show off your building skills to just you, because you already know what you're good at. So yeah. Okay guys, well I guess that's pretty much it for this video. So if you guys liked the video and you want to see more, please drop a like down below, and I'll go ahead and smash that that button, subscribe, so that you can see more of this content. Before I let you guys go, I would like to give a quick shout out to the Age Spot, which is my mother and aunt's channel. They do makeup videos, makeup tutorials, makeup DIYs. They're actually really funny, and I think they have some pretty good subscribers. So if there are any women out there who is watching this video and you really need some like makeup tips or some beauty tips, go to them. They're a really good channel, and yeah, so anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you found some of the information, if not all of it, helpful to you. This is Just the Savage, aka the Spectrum Gamer, and like I said earlier, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.